Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Renton Reflects. One of the great things about anime is the versatility it has in exploring the realms of fantasy. This film is a nice example of that. Based on the manga that's based on the novel of the same name by Kenji Miyazawa, the story mainly features that of a cast of anthropomorphic cats. The lead hero in this story is a blue boy cat named Giovanni. One night, while his town celebrates what's known as the Festival of Stars, Giovanni comes across a mysterious train and decides to board it. Eventually, his good friend Campanella, who's a pink boy cat, joins him in on the adventure. Together, they ride the train passing from station to station across the Milky Way galaxy, encountering unusual characters and situations along the way. The best way for me to describe this anime film would be almost like if Alice in Wonderland took place on a train in space, but without any of the wacky backwards nonsense. Instead, it's much more laid back and subdued, much like an actual train ride. Because of this, though, it does cause the pacing to lag quite a bit. But what makes the story enticing is not only of the type of characters and situations that Giovanni and Campanella encounter, but there's also the wonder of how the two would ever be able to make it back home. You never know exactly what's going to happen to them. Although it does help that there are chapter title cards to let the audience know of what to expect. Now, without giving away the ending, one of the characters meets a certain fate that initially left me feeling a little sad and empty on the inside. But the more I thought about it, the more it got me to think about what the story was trying to convey and what its purpose was in serving as. That is one of the great powers of film sometimes, for it can get one to really think deeply and gain a whole new perspective on life. Much like the original Alice in Wonderland story, this movie may be left open to a number of interpretations, whether they be positive or negative. Whatever your perspective on the film may be, one thing is for sure is that it's a rather interesting journey. From the pleasant of times, to the curious of times, to even the ominous of times, this movie allows itself to spark some imagination in both the young and the old. If I were to give it a rating on a scale between 1 and 10, I personally would give it a 7, which makes it kind of good. And that concludes my review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.